Welcome to the West Ham Voice. This is going to be a brief review of the game between West Ham United and Sheffield United. There's also going to be a few highlights of the goals thrown in, as well as some views of some of the fans that I was with today about the game. So I hope you enjoy. A review of the game, West Ham United 2, Sheffield United 0. You're going to get some views from some of the other supporters who I was with today. Their views generally are: we did well in the first half, but we took our foot off the pedal when we shouldn't have done in the second half. For me, going 2-0 up against, let's be honest, a pretty poor Sheffield United team who are going to struggle to stay in the Premier League this season, was a good start to the game. 2-0 up at half time. I knew what will happen in the second half. I knew that we would take our foot off the pedal and that we wouldn't really sort of need to step it up because the game was won. Sheffield didn't look like they were going to do much in the second half, and we didn't need to sort of do much ourselves. Look, I kind of get the game plan. 2-0 up, the game was won. We've got Freiburg this coming Thursday, where David Moyes is quite likely to play quite a lot of the players that were played today. And he told them probably to take their foot off the pedal, to be able to just take it easy, keep control of the game, don't have to go for it, there's no need. But I get the whole point of wanting to win the game handsomely and scoring a number of goals, because if goal difference is the big difference, if goal difference is going to make a difference to us winning a European spot for next season, then I get that. But as it stands, there was no need to do any more than we did in the first half. I think we played really well in the first half. We were in control of the game. We had something like 52% possession of the whole game. Yes, we conceded possession in the second half, but there was no need to I don't know, maybe I'm wrong here, but my thought was that we didn't really need to do any more than we did after the first 45 minutes. I think it's really quite telling when Alvarez comes off, because we do not have a player that can fill that role the minute he comes off. I think it was wise for David Moyes to take him off. Alvarez was already on a booking. Kudus came on, and I think Kudus is an absolutely class footballer who's just going to get better and better. He's being eased in by Moyes, and I can really see Bowen and Kudus playing more game time if Antonio is not doing what he needs to do. Antonio, every time you want to criticise Antonio, he does enough to sort of demonstrate that he can be useful for the team. He set up the goal for Souček. Souček, what a great finish as well. The Bowen goal was really good, really well taken as well. I think the whole team played well in the first half. It was a performance that demonstrated how good we are with our first 11. Kudus coming on, Mavropanos coming on with his league debut, showed the depth, the strength in depth that we got. I think Fornals is still a useful player as well. Benrahma, a little bit wasteful. Would have liked to have seen a little bit more from Antonio. Yes, he set up the goal, but other than that, we need to go out and buy ourselves a striker, an alternative to Antonio for the second half of the season. So hopefully we do some act. There's two players, or there's two positions that I hope we get in the January transfer window, and that's a striker and another defensive midfielder, because when Alvarez comes off, our game plan changes completely. Souček did well, but Souček is far better, far more effective when he plays up front than he is about playing central midfield or defensive midfield. I can't see us getting a striker in January, and I can see Bowen playing more up front and Kudus out on the right as the season wears on. But if we want to compete on all fronts with all the cup competitions as well as the league, we do need a little bit more strength and depth. We always seem to have just that little bit lacking in our squad. Even though we've got Kudus on the bench, we've got Fornals on the bench, we've got Benrahma that came on, we've got Mavropanos, but we kind of need just a little bit more, especially up front and especially in defensive midfield. But otherwise, good result, 2-0. I knew what will happen in the second half. I knew we wouldn't really sort of come at them in the second half because the job was done in the first half. And I know that a lot of people would have been really disappointed in us not winning by 3, 4, 5-0. But, we did enough. We did enough. We're 7th in the league. Going into the game against Freiburg on Thursday in the Europa League, and going into the game we host Newcastle next weekend. We've got games coming up that are going to be crucial. So I get why Moyes took his foot off the pedal, or told the team to take their foot off the pedal. But it's all good. I've got nothing to complain about. Yeah, the second half was a bit boring, but there was nothing that we needed to do. More from the channel over the next few days. So this is a brief review of West Ham United versus Sheffield United. We won 2-0, but people have got different views of the result and the performance. So I'll add my bit after we get views from other people. This is Pete. You've seen him before. Brad, I'm sure. I don't know if Brad's been on before, but Brad will have his little say as well. So I'm going to hand you over to Pete. Pete, you're going to have to take the mic. That's the mic. And say what you think about today's game.
Well, it's a conflicting view. Yes, we won 2-0, and it's a right result, but we should have gone for the throat and made a better goal difference. We should have gone for more goals. I think it was a very negative. The way we played in the second half was quite negative. We didn't go for the jugular. So,
why do you think that is?
It's Moyes. It is Moyes. He's a defensive coach. A team that has conceded that many goals so far this season hasn't won a game, and we only beat them 2-0, where they lost 8-0 the previous week. I mean, 3 or 4-0 would have been a right result for us, but we just stopped. In the second half, we just stopped.
Is there a reason why Moyes stopped in the second half?
Because
what's coming up?
I accept that maybe we could have taken off 2 or 3 players, but we still should have had the drive, and the squad we have, we should have gone more than what we did. We actually played 25, 30 passes in the second half, and we didn't even cross the halfway line until the ball was put through to Paqueta. And to me, that's just not the way I want to see football. I really don't.
So, right result, wrong performance.
Yeah, it was the right result, and we won. No goals conceded, but it was a negative game. We had people. We were talking to each other like there was nothing happening on the pitch. We had like in the cinema. Just talking. Eating crisp and popcorn. But it's just
nothing wrong with popcorn.
I know there's nothing wrong with popcorn, but the point is we should be watching the football and enjoying the football. That's what we pay for.
Anything else to add?
Not really, no. I'll pass it over to Brad. There you go, Brad. Have your say.
Hello, thank you very much, please. What was the question?
The question is, what do you think of the performance? What do you think of the results?
It's a difficult one to say because obviously we got the win and the W is a W. So at the end of the day, we've got what we wanted, but it's the first 45 minutes. That's all we needed. So in the first 45 minutes, we made Sheffield look like a shit Lincoln. Without having to mince words or anything, we did better against Sheffield in the first 45 minutes than we did against Lincoln in the full 90 minutes. So we did well. We should have got a third in the first half, no questions about it, but it's Moyes football, so we're always going to sit there and go, oh, we got a cushion. If they score a goal, we'll go for another one. It just seems to be the way that it is. But second half, non-existent. We might as well have all just gone home. There was nothing, no entertainment.
Do you understand why Moyes may have played the second half in the way he did with the game coming up?
I do get it, but at the end of the day, if it comes down to if we finish 7th or 6th joint on points and we lose out on a European spot because of goal difference, we'll be ruined this day. So there's no guarantee that you're going to get anything. If you can get more goals, you go for it. You go for an Eddie Howe not Brighton, who was it? Wait, who did he? Yeah, Eddie Howe Newcastle game. The way that they play, you go for the goal. Look at them, 8-0 last week. if it comes to goal difference, they're going to be winning. You're getting 8 goals against a team in one game. That's it. That's how you work. You go the whole time, no matter who you're playing against, get the goals. Because if goal difference is a thing that's going to stop you from getting somewhere and stop you from not, you go for it. It's as simple as that.
Dan? Will I give your view?
I think they've said everything that I would have said, to be fair.
Thank you, Dan.
You know, at the end of the day, at the end of, I think job was done first half. You know, I think from what we were saying earlier, my sentiments are with Pete. I would have liked to have seen us do a bit more in that second half, score a few goals, but like you were saying, Stel, the job was done, and he's gone in at half time and he said we can sit on that. They weren't they had chances, but they, you know, if they'd have had a striker, they might have been able to hurt us. But without it, you know, they weren't going to do much, were they? So, you know, results. 3 points. We move on. Europe in the week. That's how I look at it.
Do you get why he played the second half the way he did?
I get it, but I would have liked to have seen us make the most of the situation. End of the day, come the end of the season, goal difference could be massive. So, you know, if we'd have scored 2 or 3 more in that second half, it could have been massive. Exactly. It could have been huge.
How comes you get I said loads like that, and I never got no.
I wouldn't know what to say.
No,
I don't. No, I don't know what to say. Oh, mate, honestly, I don't know. All I can.
The question is, what did you think of today's performance?
Yeah, well, I liked it. It was a good game. I enjoyed the game.
Don't cover the mic, otherwise we can't hear you. No, that's the earpiece. No, Gary, you had it right the first time.
Yeah? Is that cool? Yeah, okay. You're gonna have to edit bits of this out, I think.
No, I'm not editing anything out.
No. I mean, like, yeah, it was good. It was a good game. Enjoyed it. It was cool, but I would have liked to see another goal, you know, in the second half, and kind of like usual story, innit? Like sort of kind of like went off the boil with it, didn't it? Not much happened in the second half, so. But apart from that, yeah, we won, didn't we? So what can you say, you know? And I like Kudosh. I liked him. I thought he was pretty good when he come on. He livened it up a little bit.
Don't do politics.
And
It's actually kudos, not kudos.
I thought it was Kudos.
No,
Kudosh.
that's a W, not U-O.
No, that's his
Yeah. Well, you know.
U.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we expected more of it. You know, I probably expected more, but we won it, didn't we? So what can you do? You know, you know, it's pretty cool. Nice one. Yeah, is that cool?
Are you a member of the Tory party at all?
Oh, no.
Do you want to have a go?
Lee,
No, mate, I ain't have got it.
Go on. Just say what you think. You can't hear a thing. You just got to speak into that mic piece. That's it.
Well, what's the black one?
That's exactly that.
This
That's
one. Well, that one. I'll speak there.
it.
What's your question, sir?
What did you think of the game?
Well, it was alright. I thought first off it was alright. No, I'm under pressure now. Look, I'm going to win. But it was alright first half. Looked pretty lively. Should have scored a bit more. Put them under the cosh a bit more. Maybe in the second half. Job done. That's what I say. Job done.
That's good.
I said 5-1.